Hey everyone, New Media here. Back in March 2020, Blizzard gave us our first snippet of news about Classic TBC, on the form of a survey that they sent to a very small select pool of players. Well, today, Blizzard is at it again, with a new survey. This one, however, appears to be clearer than the last one in the direction the game is taking. It appears Blizzard has decided on what to do for the game and has already answered the questions that they asked in the previous survey, and have already decided which way they want to steer Classic WoW. You'll understand why throughout this video. As usual, you'll find sources for all of this in the description. With that said, let's get started. So, unlike the previous one, this survey isn't centered on Classic TBC. There are 32 questions in total, ranging from Shadowlands to Classic WoW to even talking about other games like Cyberpunk. Out of those 32 questions, 5 of them are talking about Classic TBC. The lucky select few who received this survey got it through an email from noreply@em.blizzard.com, and the email contained the following. You can pause the video here if you want to read it. It's nothing too interesting. Unfortunately, I couldn't find an actual screenshot of the email. This Reddit post is the best thing I found. By the way, this Redditor is Josh Corbett, who hosts a podcast about Classic TBC called Countdown to Crusade. And he has also hosted a similar podcast for Classic WoW before it released for about 2 years. It's an amazing podcast that you should definitely check out. Link is in the description, and there should be an annotation taking you to his YouTube channel appearing now on screen. But the point I'm making is that Josh Corbett is a very good source when it comes to Classic TBC, so this is definitely legitimate. So let's start with the first question, or rather the first 2 questions, since they are very similar. How interested are you in Classic TBC? / how likely are you to play it? This question was already asked in the other survey back in March, and it looks like Blizzard are still gauging the interest in Classic TBC and where it has shifted throughout the last few months. The next question is where it gets really interesting. If World of Warcraft introduced a new WoW Classic fresh start realm where the game is as it was on day 1, example, all players start at level 1, Molten Core and Onyxia are the only raids available, Battlegrounds are not yet available, etc., and content unlocks / progresses over time. How interested would you be in playing on that realm? Basically, to summarize, how interested would you be in us releasing a fresh new Classic Vanilla server, with the options ranging from not at all interested to very interested? This is very interesting, because it shows that Blizzard is definitely thinking about re-releasing a new Classic Vanilla server every couple years, and they are thinking about doing that eventually either before, during, or after Classic TBC launches. They haven't mentioned any time frame for this, so this question is still up on the air as to where they think it would be best to release those fresh new servers. Personally, I would love to see a couple fresh Classic Vanilla servers re-releasing eventually somewhere either way before or way after Classic TBC releases. I don't know if I would play in them myself personally, but I know that many players are not interested in Classic TBC at all, including in my guild, so having an option for those players to keep playing the game would be amazing. I just hope we don't get another Shadowlands / Naxxramas situation where the launches were so close to each other that we didn't really get to enjoy either one fully. I hope they either release fresh Classic Vanilla a whole month or 2 before Classic TBC releases or after Classic TBC releases, so that players who want to dabble in both have enough time to do so. Anyways, let's move to the next question. Thinking about your main WoW Classic character, would the character you create on this fresh start realm become your new main character, or would you play this in addition to your main character? With the options being, the new character on the new fresh start WoW Classic realm would become my main character, or I would play the character on the fresh start realm in addition to my main, i.e. an alt. This one was kinda weird to understand at first, but here's what it means. Your current Classic WoW character right now, be it when it's at level 70 in TBC or level 60 in current Classic servers, would you consider that to be your main or your alt? In other words, would you play your current character more than your new fresh character that you would create on those new fresh Classic Vanilla servers? For me personally, if I create a new character on one of those fresh new servers, it would definitely be an alt. How much time I spend on that alt would depend on whether whether they release the fresh servers before or after classic TBC releases. But either way, I would still focus on my current character and level that fresh new character on those fresh servers every now and then just for fun. And finally, where do you think you would spend more of your time? With the options being a new fresh start WoW Classic realm where all content is reset to day 1, the Burning Crusade Classic, or I would play both equally. This is kinda tied to the previous question, as in which character would you spend most of your time on? Your WoW Classic vanilla character or your TBC character? So, conclusion. No big surprise here, as far as Blizzard is definitely thinking about re-releasing some fresh vanilla servers along with classic TBC. We still don't know the time frame of when they are thinking about doing it. They also didn't mention anything about having a stasis server where you would have a snapshot of your character right before classic TBC releases and just have all the content unlocked forever. If I were to guess, I don't think they plan on doing that, but I could be wrong. Also, it is clear that their vision is much clearer for where they want to take classic WoW compared to how it was back in March, when they sent the first survey. They did not ask the same questions as before, i.e. whether we want our characters/servers to progress to TBC or to stay in vanilla forever. It seems, from reading this, that they have decided to have the current servers progress to TBC along with launching fresh new vanilla servers. And it also seems that they have no plan for a stasis server. I mentioned this in a previous video, but as a reminder, BlizzConline is going to be in February 2021, and that's probably when we will get our first official word about classic TBC, along with their exact plan going forward, with probably a beta starting right after that. And according to a trusty source, TBC will probably launch in May 2021. Blizzard only sent this survey to a select pool of players, but they obviously knew that the player base is gonna learn about it in their own way. So let's give them a bigger sample pool. In the description, you will find a link to a straw poll containing those exact same 5 questions about TBC. Go ahead and vote there, and maybe someone from Blizzard stumbles upon this video and finds the results there. If there's more you want to add, for example, whether you would like to see the fresh new classic vanilla servers released before or after classic TBC releases, go ahead and give your opinion in the comments. Blizzard is clearly listening to the community, and now is the time to make your voices be heard. With that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Whatever you do, remember to have fun, take care of yourselves and your loved ones. Bye for now.